like antifreeze. He's got his voice that was down from the hill, and he just sends 95% kills. But no, I die for a word from those lips. There is no alignment for other agendas, and we always decided someone to defend us. But it all fades away when you wiggle those hips.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Big Ugly Jim. I'm here with what was originally the idea was going to be Corazon from Bear Clan Patrol Calgary, and it turns out that I've got a whole household of Bear Clan. So welcome, and please take a moment to introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Mona.
And I'm La Corazon, aka Mamacita.
La Corazon.
And I'm Brianna. And we got Cole.
And
over here
there's more. Cole is hiding because Cole is behind the scenes.
Yes, behind the scenes guy.
So the first thing I wanted to do, and you guys, again, because I don't have the techno wizardry, you guys won't necessarily hear this, but I'm gonna play the video that we that came out, I think it was a couple days ago. That was the end result of the situation with the guy with the we were looking for the wheelchair for. So I thought that'd be kind of a good news story to start off with. So let me push this button here and that button there.
Watch it on YouTube.
He was actually in the hospital for quite a while, so it was difficult to track him down.
The search is finally over. City News brought you the story of the Calgary Bear Clan Patrol, searching to find the man with no feet in a broken wheelchair, struggling to cross the snowy sidewalks. Nearly a month later, they finally found him.
Quick, go.
It was Friday night on one of their patrols when the Bear Clan crew spotted the man on 17th Avenue. The man in the wheelchair told us he didn't want to be named or interviewed, but allowed City News to capture the moment they presented him with the wheelchair.
It was good, it was really heartwarming to see him with a smile on his face and, receiving all the stuff that we raised for him.
In addition to the wheelchair, the Bear Clan gave him a winter suit and gift cards, donations from generous Calgarians. While they managed to help the man in the broken wheelchair, Moskowitz worries about others left without a place to go for shelter as Alberta gets hit with a blast of cold.
Yeah, it's difficult, just even finding a parking garage just to stay warm. We see people huddling around heaters outside of parking garages.
The temperature in Calgary is expected to drop below -20 in the coming days. The Bear Clan Patrol has been using this time to hand out warm blankets and food. But members wonder if it's enough, especially with shelters operating at reduced capacity because of COVID-19.
Thinking about what happened in 2018 with 137 people died of homelessness, I think the cold was one of the factors.
The Bear Clan Patrol is still looking for donations and can be contacted through their Facebook page.
We only wish we could do more. It's difficult when you have to just leave someone on the street, but the best we can do is give them blankets, warm clothing, food, and just direct them towards resources out there.
In Calgary, Jackie Perez, City News.
All right. So that's I assure you, I just played that video clip. And I wanted to do that because I think it's a great example of the work that you guys are doing with Bear Clan Patrol, and I think that's it's really important work and really awesome. And thank goodness for you guys. So do you want to give a bit of a head information about what you guys do and all that kind of stuff? Maybe what inspired the Bear Clan?
So the Bear Clan literally was just an idea that there was a call out put out in November 2019. That sounds so long ago. So in November 2019, there was a call out that was put on Facebook, and it was by Gitz Derange, and he put a call out and he just said, I have this real great idea, to start a Bear Clan here in Calgary, and anybody who's interested, show up, inbox me for details. So we inboxed him, I inboxed him, and I said, like, what's going on? Like, what's a Bear Clan? And he's like, oh, well, it's, originally in Winnipeg. Why don't you come out to the meeting? And, we all met at a Tim Hortons in Forest Lawn. And, it was just like a bunch of us. It was just a bunch of us that got together. And that first meeting, it was nothing, it was like us, pen, paper. We had a laptop and we just had heart, that's all we had. And we said, okay, what can we do? What are we good at? What are our strengths? Where needs the most love? So we all live pretty close to Forest Lawn, and we wanted to know like where the hardcore population of like homeless people were. And we said, okay, downtown Forest Lawn, Marlborough needs some love. And we got like our total idea that we're going to go home. We're going to go in our own cupboards. We're going to get like sandwiches and snacks and stuff from our own houses. And our first patrol, we booked like a week later, and we were out on the street, and we all had like peanut butter, like me being vegan, I had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we had like bologna, and it was just like basics, but the love and the heart was there. And we started out, and we knew that we needed to we knew we needed to have naloxone. We knew we needed to have first aid kit. We needed to have backpacks, and something else that we needed for our first patrol was the Sage Clan. The Sage Clan is a part of the Bear Clan network across Canada, and they've been doing this for a long time. So big up to the Sage Clan in Lethbridge, and they actually drove up for our very first patrol. And it was really awesome.
That's very cool.
They went downtown first, and they just totally showed us how like it's done. And then they came up to Forest Lawn, and like they showed us how it was done, and it was pretty awesome. So
very, very cool.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things I like most about Bear Clan is that you guys have you've got like a whole network across Canada of official and I think unofficial Bear Clan patrols that are all sort of following that same mission, and it's just continues to grow.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, really awesome. Obviously, the weather took a turn for the shittier recently, and I imagine that that's added a whole lot of stress and frustration to you guys' lives with the work that you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It just.
No.
How would you explain it, Mona?
The Bear Clan?
No, like how the weather's affected us.
Oh, it's too cold for patrol, for one thing. For
COVID.
And the COVID and.
Yep.
Fuck Kenny. Just kidding.
No. Fuck Kenny.
Yeah, fuck it.
I am not an apolitical person. I'm quite happy to just join in a rousing chorus of fuck Kenny.
Go ahead. You're doing good. Cool. So with COVID, like with all the provincial restrictions, so what we had to do is like literally we were doing foot patrols, and then when COVID hit, it kind of like changed the game for the Bear Clan, and we had to adapt to like how to patrol with COVID. And then when they totally were like, okay, we can't have any outdoor gatherings, it went kind of like outdoor gatherings down to like 25 to 15 to 10, and then none. And our patrol, we need our volunteers, right? So it's crushing to us. We've been going out, and this pinche outdoor gathering number is like affecting the Bear Clan because it's like so many Calgarians have come forward. And I personally try my best to reply to all of our social media. So when people are like emailing, when they're talking about Bear Clan, they're on the page, they're emailing us, they're calling us. Mona and myself, we're always the ones on the page saying, I'm sorry, we're still closed for patrols. Please watch our page, because we want to have volunteers. We are nothing without our volunteers, and it is a lot, but we're slowly opening those opportunities for volunteers to come out. We provide masks, we provide gloves, we provide hand sanitizer, we provide a safe working environment, and we just want people to be safe, and we want to encourage the community to come out, but we can't accommodate the numbers that we normally have of like 30, 40 people. You know, I wish we could.
That's the hardest thing about what you guys are doing when you're trying to do it is, you know, there's this little pesky pandemic that's come around and it's just gotten in the way. But that, you know, the struggle just sort of increases for you guys because, you know, the limited numbers don't change the fact that we still have a huge unhoused population that needs that help.
Totally. It's funny. There's a meme on Facebook that it's like Indigenous people, and then there's that actor, and he's got the noose around his neck, and he's like, "Pandemic, it's your first time."
Yes.
Survived like everything. We've survived smallpox. We've survived colonization, H1N1. We've survived the residential school. We've survived, you know, measles. We've survived bad drinking water on the reserve, and we're surviving Kenny, and we've survived Stephen Harper, and we're surviving all these different things, you know. And literally, it's like, yeah, COVID's gonna come. COVID's happening, and we're just like, we're still here, you know.
COVID come, COVID go.
Yes.
Totally. You know, and this might very well be like I'm just a dumb honky who only recently became aware of the world around him. So please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But what I've seen with the Indigenous community is actually not only are you guys surviving the, you know, billionth catastrophe that society and white society have thrown at you, but I feel like you guys are starting to, you know, thrive and gain momentum as a community.
Yeah, Indigenous people, we are resilient, you know, like that's what I love about being Nitsitapi, especially here in Southern Alberta. Like, I love being from the Siksika Nation. I'm so proud to be Blackfoot. I'm so proud to be Nitsitapi. I'm so proud to like rep my community in a good way and to go forward with courage and, you know, all the racism and all the bullshit that we face. Cause like Bear Clan happens, you know, and people have questions about us. People have like, you know, criticisms, and that comes with the territory, you know. And I always encourage those people that are out to criticize us, you know, join us, come out on a patrol, come out when we have volunteers. You know, if you're going to be sitting there pointing fingers at us, please, you know, point your fingers, but come out and help, you know, be a part of the solution, you know. And we welcome everybody. We do not like, we don't discriminate anybody from coming out. You know, we have people that have barriers to mobility that have come out on patrol. We've had municipal, like we had people from the Alberta legislature come out and patrol. We have all kinds of people come out. Everybody's welcome. So I can't wait to get back and have more volunteers, you know, because we are the presence. And I think it's we have changed the game, because when people see Indigenous people getting together or people of color getting together, it makes them stop and think and go, wait, what's going on? What's happening? Why are they getting together? What are you about? And like the community comes out and they ask us, they stop, they ask us, and they're like, why do you guys have flashlights? Why are you wearing those vests? And we're like, ma'am, sir, we're just here. We're just making sure that there's no needles left on the street, that the kids can run over. You know, we're just making sure there's no left on the street. We're keeping the dealers off the corners. Like, we're supporting the sex trade workers. We're supporting the people that are marginalized out on the street. We're supporting, you know, Indigenous people that are displaced in their home territories, you know, and we're doing that all one day a week. But with the weather turning cold, it's turned in from one day a week to we're getting calls and messages daily for missing people, for people that need assistance right now, for people that are sleeping rough. And we get calls and we answer them to the best of our ability. Answer them to the best of our ability. And we say, hey, we're going to meet you where you're at. That's the beauty about the Bear Clan. We see you. And we're going to meet you where you're at, whether it's you're in addiction, whether you are homeless, whether you are a domestic violence survivor, whether you are needing support and coming out, whether you're a boy with a braid and you need a whole bunch of brothers and sisters coming together, supporting you against that bully in school, we will come out and we will help you. And that's the beauty about what we do, you know? And it's
And
just.
yeah. Every Zoom meeting that's happened in the world for the last year has involved at least once either a dog barking, a kid crying, or a cat walking in front of the screen. So we're good. We're good.
Totally.
But yeah, like getting back to that, I think that's the thing that I think is best in terms of, you know, my love for you guys. What inspires me the most is that it's not like if you don't have like a very narrow view of we're going to do this or we're going to do this. It's just like we're going to help, and I don't know what that means. I will find out every night what that means. It's probably going to be different every night. But whatever it is, like the story with the wheelchair, you know, you guys saw a need and went, oh my God, this guy needs a wheelchair, and his is broken, and he, you know, how is he going to get around? And you spread the word and found a, yeah.
He can get from one
I
side.
think that's beautiful.
And Willie just walked in. Willie is one of our council members as well, Willie Anderson, and he.
Hello, Willie.
Better go over this way.
Hi, Willie. There you are.
Willie is literally like, he's been there since day one too, you know, and like he was there with Musquisas that night when we seen that the guy with the wheelchair, and he's like, this is not fair. Like he can't even get off the curb, and he wanted to go across the street, you know, and he was like. And then there was the overdose. There was an overdose. We've experienced overdoses in like Olympic Plaza, and then Willie and I ran in, and we had to like administer CPR. We had to administer breathing for her. We had to administer in a lock zone, and then it's like there was kids that have gone missing, and then they call us, you know, and we get the honor to bond with the family and help the families find their missing children, you know, and it's like. Yeah. All of these things happen within Bear Clan, right? And it's like there's so many stories that have happened since 2019 and so many experiences that it's like it's not just like a singular person or a singular story, right? Because like Cole's behind the scenes, but there's so many volunteers that are behind the scenes that support us, you know? Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's a real testament, because you guys have not been around for, you know, for forever. You're a fairly young group. You've got I think a rather strong group of people who are working together with you to sort of make sure that. Sorry, I'm also copying and pasting and trying to share the link on another page. Sorry. You have this group that are out there that come from you know, from obviously from like, you know, your immediate you know, your neighborhood and your friends and family, but that it's grown, and you've had, you know, as you said, MLAs and council members and stuff that have come and joined you. And I just think like it's a testament to the work that you're doing and the importance of it, and the fact that we see it.
I challenge the mayor to come march with us. I challenge Nenshi to come march with us. I challenge like all of Treaty 7 leadership to march with us. You know, we've had representatives from Tsuut'ina. We've had people from the Stoney Nakoda Nation. We've had council members from Musquisas First Nation, Hobima up north. We've had council members come from Siksika. And it's like, we've had people that have come that are super famous, and they're like, don't even mention that we came. We're just coming, you know? And they're like, we're just coming. We're just. And Cole's like.
See, I was gonna go with my favorite person, who I'm sure probably wouldn't make a big deal out of it, but Carlin Black Rabbit, who I'm sure is Carlin gone with you guys.
Carlin Black Rabbit is like, I'm so proud that he's like from my home community. And Carlin Black Rabbit, Taylor McNally has come and patrolled with us. She helped deliver Christmas hampers, you know, Tanisha Cromwell. Oh, these are amazing, amazing leaders that have come. And like Carlin literally in the last week, I have to give him a big up because there was a girl that, and yourself, you've helped with her, with her, you know, you went out of your way this morning when I put the call out for help. There was a girl and she
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
You heard the call for help. And there was a girl, and we see it a lot. We see people that are living rough on the street, and we see people that are out there. And Carlin literally, because he's a council member second, and he's a human being first, and he's a warrior. So when I told him what was going on in the condition of this girl's situation, he didn't even hesitate. And he contacted Jack Toth, and Jack totally advocated and said, okay, what does she need? How can we help? Carlin said, what do you need, Yvonne? What does she need right now? You know, because we have to look after and protect our women. We have to protect our women. We have to protect our brothers. We have to protect our people, you know, and only together we can do that. We can't do that with just one person, you know. And it's like, if the community calls us, then we're there. And
absolutely.
It's like we also, like, I would also challenge people, you know, like I know the restaurants and stuff have opened up, and we have a really special space that has been opened up to us at the Border Crossing Bar and Grill in Forest Lawn. Man, Bunny and Heather, those ladies, I bet you they could totally like run Calgary, you know?
Yep.
Seriously. They literally like, we were patrolling behind their bar one day and we were picking up needles. There was Willie picking up needles, and we were at night. Yeah.
Freaking out on us.
Yeah.
Because there's so many of us and lit up, and
yeah. Tell them the story.
They just couldn't believe that there were so many of us in the darkness behind the bar, and they're like, hey, what are you guys doing over there? And we're all like, and they all come running to us like we're all doing something bad. And here we are, no, we're here to pick up needles. And they're like, no way. And the owners were crying. They said, we appreciate what you do for this community. And so now that's how they look up to us.
That's fantastic. I've met Bunny a couple of times through putting on shows at the Border Crossing. And all I can say is she's always struck me as just like a genuinely fantastic person. When I heard about what she was doing with you guys and opening her space for you guys to utilize, I was like, that's so cool. That's exactly what, you know, in hand with what you guys are doing. That, you know, it's not that you're going door to door asking. It's just someone saw a need and said, let me help.
Yeah. And like another place that really supports the Bear Clan is Mashallah on 17th Ave. They have a restaurant on 17th Ave Southeast and 17th Ave Southwest. The owner, his name is Yosef, and he seen us too one day, and it was cold, like one of our first winters, and it was cold, and he was like, what are you girls doing? Like, why are you guys outside? And he opened up his restaurant to us, and he brought us in, and he was offering us tea every Friday for the whole team, feeding us.
That's fantastic.
Like, and then when we had one of the board of directors from Winnipeg come out, James Fable, you know, when you think of James Fable, it's like Bear Clan go hand in hand. And he came out. At that time, he was the executive director for Winnipeg. And he came out, and like our whole Treaty 7 community came together. We got a big buffalo hindquarter donated. We made a meal. We had elders come. We had a pipe ceremony. And we gave James Fable like an awesome welcoming. And the restaurant owner totally opened up the restaurant and shut it down for customers. And he totally welcomed the whole Indigenous community, whoever wanted to come in there. And we had lots and lots of people that night. Sugar Ray, oh my goodness, Sugar Ray. And Sugar Ray is an amazing, amazing support for the Bear Clan too. You know? Like literally, she's gone above and beyond. Like, I love Sugar Ray. I love
Alan?
And Alan Chamberlain?
Constable?
Oh, Constable. We only talked to Alan.
Oh, yeah, yes. I think I met Alan. Yeah, I went to a protest that Taylor was part of, and I'm pretty sure I met Alan Chamberlain because it was the only cop present that people seem to be like, oh, it's good to see you.
Seriously, Alan's like this. He kind of pops up, right? Because he's the new Cindy Provost. I don't know if you had the honor of knowing Cindy Provost. Cindy Provost was the only Indigenous liaison officer here in Calgary for the CPS, and she was amazing. But she needed someone to support her, and so she gave her position to Alan, and she warned him. She's like, you know, Alan, I'm just warning you that if you're gonna do your job, they better tease you. You better hope that those people tease you in Calgary, because if they don't, then oof, you've got a tough job ahead of you. So he was waiting for us to tease him. And ever since I met him, I'm like, holy, yes, you are part Blackfoot. You have no ass.
Right on. I think
I say, fuck the police, but not Alan.
yeah. The exception that proves the rule. I think that's really, really cool that because I would imagine that is a job that historically has not gone to cops that we have a whole lot of love and respect for. I would imagine that that's always been treated, anytime you're dealing with unhoused communities or communities with lots of Indigenous people, lots of poor people, you have, I'm sure, it's like Officer Systemic Racism walks in and just like, hello, I'm white and angry. I'm just guessing because I grew up in a middle class neighborhood. What the fuck do I know about anything?
Usually, yeah. And like, even today, like we were having an encounter with the police, and the police were dealing with the situation. And as soon as they knew the Bear Clan was present, Mona and I were present. And then they were like, oh, you're the Bear Clan. Okay, perfect. You guys are here. Nice. And the whole tone changed, And it was like, they knew, right? Like he wasn't rude or anything to me. So.
Good. Yeah, that's the last thing anyone needs. And they always give, especially like, us dirty punk rock kids, whenever we had interactions with the cops, we're always like, fuck you, cop, fuck you, I hate cops. And that to have the sort of the exact opposite, where it's cops who are in a position of power seeing you guys, knowing the work you're doing, and being like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because they're never glad when I'm around. Not that I'm like a big bad criminal or whatever, but they're always like, oh fuck. Here's that dumb punk rock kid who also knows stuff. Damn it. And can communicate to us in ways that we have to like, oh.
Totally. Do you have any, like, the biggest thing I guess I could like say, I don't know, I'm doing like all the talking. Do you want to say something?
I'm good for now.
So like, I guess the biggest thing I could say for like the Bear Clan is like, people can support us. Like Bunny has opened up her space, and like the biggest need we have right now is like, because people in this cold right now are sleeping out on the street while everyone's complaining about the cold and everyone's talking about how cold it is. It's like we have the luxury of going home and turning up the furnace. We have the luxury of going home, getting into a hot shower. But the reality is like people are sleeping rough. People are getting kicked off the trains. People are getting shuffled around, herdled like sheep. People are still overdosing on the street, and that's where Bear Clan comes in, because we still meet them, and we still need to be able to provide gloves. We need to be able to provide hoodies, jackets, boots, blankets, emergency blankets, hand warmers, for people that are sleeping rough.
So one of the things that I should probably mention is there in the description down below for this video, there is a link to the Bear Clan's Facebook page where you guys can get in touch with them. More importantly, there is a link to the what the hell is the word I'm trying to, the e-transfer. So, if you have things that you can donate, like, blankets or clothes or what have you, fantastic. And I guarantee you, if you click on the link to the Facebook page, you can contact them and say, how do I arrange this? I just want to get some stuff to you guys. But they need money too, folks. And please, please, please support. Normally, in non-COVID times, Calgary Beer Corps, the company that I run, we would be doing shows, raising money and putting money in the coffers. We can't. So as your local
But
beer
you
corps
did.
representative on this call, we did, but nowhere near will be the ability to
You guys did. You guys had like a hoodie fundraiser for us, and that was awesome.
that was Citizen Rage. That's
Yeah,
that's my business partner Mark. But and we've like I did some DJ shows at Vern's to send some money your way, but this is nothing compared to what we should be able to do for you. So I'm looking at all you Calgary Beer Corps people out there. I'm looking at you right now. Please send some money. I know you're not getting a free show out of it, but this is important because these people are doing the hard work and they need your help. Anyway, I just wanted to whore that. The link is down below in the description. There's no excuses. You can't be like, oh, how was I to know how to do things? It's right there.
Yeah. And if people because we're out on Friday, right? So we're trying to help and coordinate with the dope team and the encampment team to try and get people inside to shelter,
Yes.
And we are advocating very, very, very hard to get people indoors. And I know all the shelters are at capacity or over capacity. And so what we've been doing is we've been going, some of us are working 12, 14-hour days. We come home and then we're still going.
And you guys have got to be exhausted, but that candle burns inside and you don't stop. But it's so much. And hats off to all of you guys. Seriously, I'm a single dad. I go home, or I don't leave the home. I work from my home, and then I'm like, ugh, I'm tired. I have to stretch. Ugh. I put in my 8 hours of work, and you guys are out there busting your asses and just never slowing down. And thank fuck, because if the world relied on my lazy ass, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
This is honest.
It's all I can be.
And it's
I would love.
And it's
go ahead.
whatever we're doing is not for me, right? And it's I know a lot of people see me in the forefront, and it's just because it's not about me. It's never ever been about me. My upbringing from my late mom, she always told me, you can be the change in the world. If you see injustices, you see things that are going wrong, you, instead of just going to sleep and pretending it's not happening, you can go out there and get it changed. You can go out there and help somebody, So when I'm out there, I it's not just me, there's a whole council of us,
Mm-hmm.
And I love being able to have these opportunities to talk and to, get people to donate money, because a lot of people have misconceptions. I need to put it out there. None of us are paid. We are 100% volunteer based. Everything that we do is.
Yeah, I would say it's exactly the opposite of you guys are paid, because I feel pretty strongly you guys are all not just doing this work and putting the time in for free, but you're also digging into your own budgets and putting money towards the cause too. So, we should be able to help you guys out. I'm looking at you, Facebook or YouTube or whoever you are that's watching. Please.
Yeah, because lunches don't cost for free, and our lunches. Oh my God, Mona makes every week how many lunches? 200-300 lunches.
Yeah.
She makes them, puts them, we get really big some lumberjack sandwiches by Safeway. We're still paying full price for those sandwiches. They haven't cut us a deal. We're still paying full price.
Yep.
We're getting enough for 200, 250. And we're handing bags out to people so that they have food, and we're handing out, we have an amazing coffee agreement with Kingdom Coffee. If you guys want locally sourced, internationally grown coffee, Kingdom Coffee on Ogden Road, Jesse and the team, They started at the drop-in center. You know, check their Facebook page. Kingdom
Right on.
They brew a Bear Clan brew for us. You know?
Right on.
And they literally like believe in us, and everything that we're trying to do, we're trying to get it locally sourced, you know, to give back to people in Calgary. And it's like all of these frigid temperatures, it's like we don't stop, you know. So when people are donating, the money goes directly to the people. It doesn't go to any of us. It goes to directly the people, you know. And if you guys see sharps in the community, don't pick them up. That's the biggest thing I can tell people. Don't pick them up. Let Willie pick them up. Let Bree pick them up. Let me pick them up. Not Mona. Never Mona. But let us come, you know. Call us. Let us know. You know. Also, when you see homeless out and it's cold right now, you can send us a Facebook message saying, hey, I seen somebody. Can you go check on them? You know. And we do that. I don't know how many times we've gone, just dropped everything. Mona, get the back car ready. We're going.
I understand from I watched the chat you had with Taylor. And if I'm not mistaken, Willie has a unique magic ability when it comes to finding sharps.
He does. He's the eagle eye. Him and Mitty, this big, beautiful dog that we have here. This big, beautiful dog that him and his... Mitty, come here. Come here, Mitty. Over here. Mitty and him, this big, beautiful lab. Mitty, literally, like him...
Patrol Forest Lawn.
Yeah, they patrol Forest Lawn on the daily. They're out in all the alleys and they go walking around. Literally, Willie, it's his special talent. And he makes himself known to other outreach groups. And he tells them, you know, the Bear Clan's got this neighborhood covered. And he goes to the local businesses and he lets them know Bear Clan's here. He delivers naloxone to local businesses in Forest Lawn that may not have access to it. He and Mona respond to calls in Forest Lawn, you know. We are at no frills 2-3 times a week because there's people there that are overdosing, you know, and we literally we're like filling the gaps right in the system. You know, people call us for domestic violence, overdoses. They call us because they're having suicide attempts. They inbox us, you know, and they say, you know, we need help. Working girls that are in the sex trade. You know, we are totally supportive of working girls. We are sex positive. And if we absolutely, you know, sex work is work. You know, it shouldn't even be called sex work. It's work. And there's women out there and they're on the street and they are doing their best. They're getting their hustle on. They're doing their best. And they would rather talk to Mona, Bree, and I. And Dee is another one of our core volunteers, Daniela Passup. She has an amazing way with the women that are out on the street. And she literally just is so quiet. She's like Auntie D. And she comes up and they would rather talk to us than go to the police. And we have a great connection with SafeWorks and Eastside Victory Outreach Church. And we let her Victory know and Next Step Ministries for housing. And we just try to connect them, you know, we try to connect the dots for them. And we try to hold their hand and say, you know what, ladies, when you're ready to get out and you're done, we'll be here to support you getting out. And if you go back out and you fall back out, that's okay too, because we're still going to support you when you're out there. You know?
And I think that's a huge thing, particularly with sex work and with addictions. The things that people do that are not that unheard of and terrible, but that like a lot of the religious agencies that support that do this work, you know, they don't like those things. And so, you know, somebody leaves that life and then goes back to it, you know, the tut-tutting and the, you know, you guys don't do that.
Yeah, we don't. And you know what? Like, can you please talk about the hampers that we did at Christmas? How so many people were so impressed? Because you were there and you were totally helping.
Yeah, it was actually really overwhelming. We put a call out, I think it was the beginning of November. It's our first time doing hampers because we just started in 2019, like a month before Christmas, and we received,
Another hamper got delivered.
Yeah, we received
She's delivered
an overwhelming response of donations. We figured we'd have enough for maybe 30, 40, and we ended up delivering 112. Was it 112?
113.
113 hampers.
Yeah.
And those hampers, I'm familiar with the program, but for my millions and millions of viewers who are watching, why don't we? What were who are the hampers for?
Anybody that we did it two ways. People could message us directly and say like, "Hey, I'm struggling. I could use some help with food this year," or you could nominate somebody.
My hands are cold. What do you think?
So like my family member, they're maybe not comfortable asking, but they could use help. So it worked ways, and we're hoping to make it a little bit bigger next year. Start a little bit earlier, reach some more people, because I know this year has been really tough for a lot of people.
And I think like for a lot of us, this year has reminded us how important it is to not just look after ourselves, but to have that bigger sense, because there's sort of like there's those that have taken the angry, I don't feel like I ever have to wear a mask and the world can just suck it kind of perspective, and then there's the people who are like making the decisions and thinking actively about like my actions are affecting other people. And I think that's building in a lot of people a sense of advocacy and of thinking about more than just themselves. I know, I've always been amazing, of course, please, but I know it's been very much a part of my regular sort of thought and my experience in the last year, and seeing you guys and the work you're doing and stuff. Like, I just want to do everything I can to help. I would totally be out there with you on Friday if it wasn't for the fact that you're not doing that. But when we are, you can count on my support, and I'll be there with boots on.
Yeah. Totally. I look forward to it. And you could go live on your DJ and be like, "Wooka wooka, we are live from the Bear Clan. One tables, 1 2 1 2." We're tonight.
Or I can bring you a whole bunch of punks and metalheads to join you on a walk.
That would be so awesome. Seriously.
For sure.
And it's like the only way, like, because we get lots of messages like, "What is it like patrolling? What does the patrol feel like? What is going on?" And I'm like, you know what? Come on out. There's no way to describe it, because every week is different. Every week is, every Friday is never the same, and I cannot wait for the restrictions to be lifted.
That is like we're all struggling for our own reasons and stuff, but like for the work you guys are doing and for these restrictions right now, man, it's I want them to end so that I can come out and help. God damn it.
Yeah. Totally, and those homeless people that society forgets, those are like some of the best displaced people you could ever meet. Seriously, we have lifelong friends out there.
Totally. And like I'm a snarky atheist asshole. So I see the groups that are aside from you guys, the groups that are there reaching out to the people who are in that situation are almost always doing it with that like, let me help you, but first let me save you kind of vibe that just annoys the shit out of me.
No, with the Bear Clan, we don't have a sermon. We see you, we love you, we claim you, and we will always support you wherever you're at, whether it be, wherever you're at, wherever you are in your life, we are there. We'll meet you there. Like, we're telling a client, that needed some advocacy, and she was like, "Man, I'm an addict, and you know, my life is falling apart and all this is happening. And, you know, like she was giving us her life story and she's like, you guys, I don't even want to talk about it because you guys are going to hate me. You know, you guys are going to pray for me and tell me Jesus forgives me. And I'm like, nope. We just want to, we're just all ears and we just listen. The only thing that we do carry that is traditional is our smudge. We have smudge from our elder that has been gifted to us, and that Sundance smudge, and we burn it. And so many people, hey, they smell that when we're out and when it's on the wagon, when we're pulling it, and they just come up and they just like smudge themselves, Indigenous and non-Indigenous, you know, everyone can use blessings.
Definitely.
And we don't, and like with the hampers, what Bree was saying is like a lot of people that totally didn't apply for hampers before, they said that they were really shocked that we didn't have to have like the whole story, the whole backstory of why they needed the hamper. Like we didn't care. We're just like, hey, you want food? We'll bring it to you. Like you don't have to prove how poor you are. You're hungry. We get it. We're trying to feed you.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why I asked the question I already knew the answer to, the, you know, who was this for? Because there's always, every other group I've ever heard of, they're like, well, yeah, we're specifically targeting, you know, single moms or homeless people or whatever. And your target was whoever wants, whoever needs. Let us help you.
And I felt bad, like afterwards, people were still messaging, right? But like I was saying that right now we have a volunteer. Her name is Beth, and I don't think she wants her last name shared. Her and her friends, they're very blessed, and they've been sharing since Christmas with our list that we had compiled at Christmas, hampers on the regular that we've been able to put together, you know, of those
That's fantastic.
and those families. And what Willie was mentioning this when we did our hampers, he's like, man, it's just gonna go big from here. He's like, you know, every year is gonna get bigger and better, and we're gonna have to start earlier. And he's like, you know what? Guess I gotta get my Santa outfit. But yeah, like
I would very much enjoy seeing that.
I'll perform Mean Girls.
Santa Willie.
Jingle bell rock.
Took me right up there. I was like, I literally just, whoa. I was not prepared for this to be a non-kid friendly podcast. I seriously, one of the.
How can I ask Cole a question? And he doesn't have to come on the camera.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a volunteer that's new to like the Bear Clan, how would you describe your experience to people that would like to hear?
It's good. I'm horrible with these things. Sorry.
It's okay.
No, it's a great experience. What you guys are doing is great, and like it's very welcoming. It's fun every time we go out. Like it's for the what we see. It's like it breaks the heart sometimes, but helping like, and we try to bring like a joy to it as well as like helping. Like it's different. But
And we bring native humor.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you could hear us cackling a block away. We're like
Native humor
there's an
is.
old snake.
Yep. I've been lucky enough to have you know, friends like Carlin for many years, but I still do not pretend for a moment that I can keep up with native humor, because you guys, there's a whole different monster there. Amazing.
Yeah. As long as they don't call you Walking Eagle, you're good.
I feel like that needs some explanation.
If anyone gives you the name Walking Eagle, that's not okay, because it means you're so full of shit you can't fly.
So this is from, you know, way back when I was in high school. I had a buddy who gave a couple of us names, and I believe he was from Sutana, but I could be wrong, and I also could say that wrong. I'm not sure if I got the pronunciation right, but I'm trying.
Sutana, yeah.
But Sutana, okay.
Tina.
Um,
Tina's a girl's.
but he, sorry.
Don't say Tina, because Tina's a girl's name.
Oh, it's more like Tina.
So many at one time.
So he gave me the name, and obviously this isn't legit and real. Like I don't claim anything out of it. It was just friends hanging out.
Oh.
But if I remember correctly, it was Sidu Tuggan, which meant skinny white boy. I could have that completely wrong.
This is D. D just walked in. D, come say hi.
D, who you mentioned D a few minutes ago.
Promotion of Bear Clan. She's with the puppy, but D's like one of our hardest working volunteers. Sorry,
Yeah,
she walked
that's
in.
okay.
Like literally, it's a family affair. Literally, come say hi, D. You're right. You gotta come over here. You gotta come over here. Come sit.
Come sit. Hello.
Hello, D. And what a lovely hand it is.
Okay, I gotta go.
So yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that. There was a whole purpose for my bringing up my.
From your friend.
Yes. With Siju Tuggan, which he said meant skinny white boy. At the time, I was super skinny, so it made sense. I don't know if that's actually what it means, but we had another buddy who was he had the great big lamb chops, so he called him Wasiju lamb. So I don't know if he might have just been making shit up as far as I know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was probably Walking Eagle.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So once again, to anyone who's watching and who watches this after the fact, because it turns out that it's not just these 30 minutes, it's all the time. Please, if you have things that you can donate, get in touch with the Bear Clan through the link in the description to their Facebook page. They will take your stuff, and they will do so with a smile. If you have money, even if you don't have a lot of money, just a little bit of money, they will happily accept email and transfers. The link is again down in the description. The work they're doing is fantastic, but it doesn't come for free, and please help them out. I have a teenage boy. Do you need a cigarette? Is that what this is?
Sure. This is a stick up and a robbery.
It's what?
This is a stick up and a robbery.
A stick up and a robbery.
Yeah. Thank you.
Single that much? Yes, I do. Thank you.
Single that.
But yeah, seriously, if if there's anything anyone that's watching this can do to help these folks out, it just pays forward, and you will feel better at night. You will sleep wonderfully and soundly, and you will think to yourself, wow, what a great person am I.
Yes, and like literally, thank you to all of our volunteers. I always say this every week. Like, there's so many amazing volunteers, that come out, and our core volunteers are coming out and helping as much as they can. And literally, we see you and we see your hard work, and literally, thank you. Thank you to all of our board members. Thank you to our council that's here in Calgary, and to our volunteers, and to our elder.
Yeah, absolutely. I thank you as just random guy on the internet. I see the work that you guys are doing, and it inspires me to try and be a better me. So hopefully more people will see you, more people will be inspired by you, and more people will want to help.
May I?
That's good.
May you what?
Real quick, just come in and be like, I love you.
Yes. Okay, my son has a message for you.
I love you lots. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for everything you're doing.
Yay! Thank you.
And he knows, because I shafted him at Christmas. I sent his Christmas money to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. I didn't ask him. It was all of my kids. I just sent them a message. I was like, hey, guess what? I'm not getting you anything. I'm sending money to the Bear Clan. So I hope you have a good feeling in your heart, because fuck you.
That money actually went to desserts for our Christmas meal. That you sent went to desserts, and Bunny and Heather and their partners plated everything beautifully. Hey, they plated everything at the border crossing, and we went live for that. And oh Lord, I've never seen them work so crazy and fast. They were just putting fry bread and turkey and potatoes and bing bang boom. They were just going, and we had
Chichi,
so
go
many people.
get your bread. Get your bread. Get your bread, Chichi. Get your bread.
One of the dogs looking for the bathroom.
I don't know what that was, but it was entirely enjoyable.
Mona just gets really intense. Wait till you volunteer with her.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I met Mona at one of the nights where I was DJing, and I met Mona and
D.
Oh yeah,
D?
was there. Yeah.
Yep. So I had just a little taste of the tremendous personalities that I was in the room with, and it was really great to meet you guys and to be able to go, I know them. So when I keep stumbling, do I call you Mamacita? Do I like Corazon? When Mamacita
Don't call
asked
me
me
late for fry bread.
don't call you what? Late for fry bread?
Yeah.
I have yet to eat fry bread. Every time I see the fundraisers, it's always like a day later that I see the post like Sugar Ray will share.
I'm gonna change
Please
that.
do, because I
I
want to try fry bread.
Pretty soon we'll do a pop-up. I will change it, and let me tell you, I can say I make some pretty good fry bread. It's vegan, it's delicious, it's sinful, but it's like a food group all in its own, And like I swear, learning how to make fry bread isn't easy. And every single Native person, male, female, will always have, oh, I make the best fry bread. Oh, I got the best recipe. Oh, your fry bread. Like everyone's got a story, I have awards.
Yep.
No, I learned how to cook fry bread from late Lorna One Spot from Sutana. And I learned from Mary Steiner and Saddle Lake and my sister from the Navajo Nation, Rich Gloria. And I've learned, and fry bread is it's kind of like a tradition in Indian country, Dinate country, that you go to someone's house and someone knows how to make fry bread and they just start making it, And it's so awesome. I will change that for you though. Next time
I look forward to it. I very much look forward to it.
You'll be able to say you had Mamacita's fry bread.
And I will undoubtedly say to all of my friends when they ask, I'll be like, oh, I had the best fry bread that has ever been. And then anyone I know who is an Indigenous person will be like, no.
Who made it?
I made that.
They'll ask you, who cooked for you?
Yep.
Are they
absolutely
free?
So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to end the call pretty quick. I realized I've got an 8:30 meeting for my band with people, and that gives me a little bit of time to freshen up, smoke, all the things I'm gonna do. Is there, before I say goodbye, is there anything else that you guys can say? Is there anything else?
Thank you very much
you
for having us on here.
Sorry?
Thank you very much for having us with this conversation with me.
Oh, no. Thank you guys for having this conversation with me. I'm just, I couldn't be happier than to spend a few minutes chatting with all of you. You're fantastic. And I'm just, here to absorb and to be inspired by you and hopefully share that. So thank you.
Good. As we say in Blackfoot country, Gyan. If a Blackfoot person ever tells you Gyan, it means they're done talking.
Oh.
Gyan.
So if you want to say that again, I'll immediately stop the stream right when you do that. Ready?